Last time I took out this 1999 Yamaha R6, it nearly blew up on me. Battery swelled up, electric glitched, and I had to roll it off the track. I thought that might have been the end of it, but I'm not giving up yet. Today, I'm going to attempt and fix everything once and for all. I've got to fit a new rectifier, which is in there somewhere. New battery going in there. Speedo, try and fix that. I might have to take it off and take it apart so I can get that needle to go all the way back around. I don't know yet, I'll see when I put the new battery on. And when I was pushing it around track, I noticed that the front wheel was very stiff. So look, that's me pushing it now and it's off the ground. So I'm going to take the calipers apart and just refurbish them, just change the seals and see if that does it. I've got the new parts here, so I've got the new battery. That's the one for the 2001, not the 1999. I've got the 2001 back end, and I eventually want to change the battery tray to the 2001 so that the tray sits in a bit better, because now it looks horrible. New caliper seals there, and I'm waiting for the rectifier to come, and then I'll figure out how to do the dash. Hopefully I don't need any parts for that. So let's get started. I'm going to start off with the calipers. I'm going to take them apart and yeah, go from there. I've taken the calipers off and the wheel already feels so much better. This side was very stiff, and when I took this one off, it span better. Then when I took the other side off, it span perfect like this. So now I'm going to take this off, take it apart. I don't know how, but I will. Take it apart, clean it, change the seals, and I hope that's it. I hope. Alright, I've got the first one off. I've taken the right side off first. Came off quite easy. Just took off the caliper, started wiggling it about, and I took off these two pistons first. So with it still having pressure in there, so then all the liquid squirted out. Obviously took them out as much as they could come, a little bit of all the liquid coming out. Then I took off these two bolts here, and then I just pushed them through. You need a special tool for that. That's that one. But the other side, now I've got no pressure in there. I don't know how I'm going to take that one apart, but I'll figure that out. I'll figure that out when it comes to it. So I'm going to give these a clean. New seals. And hopefully that's it. The only thing is that I haven't got seals for this, so I'm hoping this doesn't leak. Fingers crossed. Let me put that back together, do that one, and see how it goes. First caliper's all done. I've cleaned it, put the pistons back in, new seals, pads back in. I've sanded the pads down as well, and they are a lot smoother going back and forth, like the pads going back and forth with through the pin and stuff. So hopefully that's it. The pads, they had the bit of those lines going through, so I'm sanding them down to get rid of that. But yeah, hopefully that's it. I've got to tighten these two bolts on as well, so I'm going to put it on, tighten the bolts, and then do that one, and fingers crossed it all works. So this is the left caliper, and the pistons are stiff as hell, really stiff. This one, so I took off the bolts here. This one I had to hammer it a few times for it to come out. This one I'm hammering it so hard it's not coming out, so I don't even know how I'm going to get these two out. But this one's stiff as hell. It's already got a few dents in there from hammering it. So yeah, I just need to keep going at it. Finally got them all out. These two pistons were so stiff. These ones were difficult part because I could hammer them from this side. It wasn't too bad, but it was still hard. But these two, they were stiff as hell. Like I almost gave up on them. And the seals, I don't know if I can show you on here. No, I can't find it now. But basically, one of the seals, the dust seals, was completely broken, and as the piston was coming out, half the seal was coming out with it. So that's why I was sticking. That's why when I took this caliper off, it was still spinning a bit better, but not as free as I wanted it to. So now let me clean the pistons and put it back together. Now I just need to find them. This is one of the pistons. I end up getting loads of little things on it, gripping it with this. And the bigger piston, there's 3 pistons there. Was it this one? No, maybe it was this one. Yeah, this one's got loads of things on it, loads of grooves on it. Hopefully it's still okay. But yeah, let me clean that, put it back together, and go from there. Calipers are now down, both of them are in. I just need to bleed it. So this is before it's been bled, so the wheel spins freely. So now I'm going to bleed it, press the brakes. Once the pads touch the disc, I'll then find out if they're good or not. One of the pistons, I can't remember which one, was quite difficult to get back in, even though it was really clean. And I pushed it all the way in, so I couldn't get it back out. but I'm hoping it's just like that. Well, it's not, I didn't put enough lube on it or brake fluid on it, because that's what used to push them in. So I'm hoping it's not an issue. But yeah, let me bleed it and see how it goes. I've bled the front brakes, both calipers, no air in there, and now look, spins a lot freely and the pads are already touching the disc and they're not getting stuck, and I can see the pistons going in and out whenever I press it, so that's good. This has finally come, so let me whack this on the bike, change the battery, see how the speedo works, and then go for a ride. And I think that's it. Hopefully this goes in easy. Let's try it now. Remove the brake reservoir, put it to the side, just wiggle it out of the way, and then it's 2 bolts in there, somewhere in there, top and bottom. It's positioned like this, so the plug's on that side, and then bolt top and bottom. I don't know what size. Let me see now. Not looking good. There's the old one, and I don't know how well you can see it there, but the connector's all melted onto it. All of this here is melted, so I can't get it off. The wiring there, copper's all exposed, so maybe that's short-circuited, and that might have caused an issue too. But it's got loose. But if it's pulling up, if the copper's on show and it's pulling up a bit, then it's probably got a loose connection there. So I've got to replace that plug because it's all melted anyway. And this thing, now I forgot what you call it, it only had the top bolt, not the bottom bolt. And if you look here, it's been replaced already. So clearly they had an issue before. And why is there an issue again? So either the plug was the issue the whole time and they never sorted it, or this is an issue again and it's just a coincidence that it broke again, or there's something else wrong. But now I need to order one of those plugs. I've broken the plastic a bit just to try and get it off, and you can see how black and burnt it is in there. So that must have really gotten hot. Change of plan. So ordering that pin, or I mean the plug, is going to take me about a week for delivery, and I'm fed up of waiting, man. I just want to get this bike properly done and proper on the road. I haven't ridden it properly. I want to grab these pins, these connectors, and just wire them straight, connect them straight onto here without using the plug, and then just connect this to the wiring harness. And then to make sure that this doesn't touch any of the other pins, I will wrap this in heat shrink twice, just to make sure nothing touches. So let me get that done on the bike now. So I'm putting the connectors on it and then heat shrink, and then I haven't got a lighter, so then to make the heat shrink, I'm using this to light that up for the first one. Then but that was dropping wax everywhere, and it was putting black marks here and left it all black. You can see there that it's gone all black, but it worked. Then I thought, you know what, let me get a piece of coal. So I light it with this, and then I put the coal on there, and it done it in like a split second, but I'm worried that it'll melt it. So the third one, I'm gonna see if I can just put that straight onto it. Let me connect it and go from there. So I'm getting a small piece of heat shrink on the cable first, so that goes over that bit, and then I put a bigger piece of heat shrink that covers the whole thing. Heat shrink is on there. Now I put the connector on there, so that's now crimped. I put the heat shrink over the top bit, just so that bit's doubled, and then I've been getting this and just holding it over, but then it makes all of this black. So this time, let me see if I get the blowtorch on it. Split second and it does it, but then everywhere around it gets hot and it's gone shiny now. So I've literally got to be quick. So now I get the bigger heat shrink in yellow, and this covers the whole connector like that. And now put a bit of done. So I've got to be very careful, and also the tanker's right there. All done, the new one's connected up. I think I got all the cables the right way around, but I'll find out when I turn it on. I've got to figure out how to test that. I don't know how, other than testing out the battery, but I'll figure it out. Here's the old one, and to think that that connection is what might have caused the issue, or maybe this inside. All this color difference here, I'm guessing is when it was overheating. Maybe this was broken and it caused issues, I don't know. All that green stuff is when I was using the wax. It was just literally dripping in there. That's done. I've got to bolt that back on, put the battery on and see what happens. It's in there, still only the one bolt on the top because I haven't got another one. Now time to do the battery. Battery's in. Now let's see if it works. Like I said before, I've got the 01 battery in there because it's slightly smaller, and I eventually want to change this battery tray to the 01 because it doesn't let this cover go in properly, because that's got the 01 back end upgrade. But I can't find the 01 anywhere, so if anyone knows where I can get it, let me know. I found 2 people on eBay selling it, battery tray, and the delivery is at 160, 170, and that's way too much just for an under tray, and it's broken as well. So if anyone knows where I can get one second hand working or brand new, let me know. Yamaha stopped selling them. But yeah, that's in, battery's in. Let me turn it on and see what that does. There we go, lights come on. But that speedo, or that thingy, the rev counter is underneath the stop. So I am going to have to take it off and make it go all the way back around. But let's see if the bike starts now. Fuel pump, I just heard it. Choking, let's see. Instantly. We're getting it there. So now, let me take that apart and see what happens. I've got it off now. There were just loads of little bolts around there. Luckily I didn't have to remove the front panel, and I had to remove the windscreen as well. So now I'm going to remove the connector, remove the 3 bolts, and then see if I can split it open and then rewind that back. That's off now. Now I've got 3 bolts on this, and I think the cover comes apart. Let's see. I've taken it apart. It was 4 bolts, not 3. 1, 2, 3, 4 on the other side of this. Whole thing just split open. There's the needle. So now just rewind it back, and that's it. So when I was on track, it literally just went all the way. So now I just put it back. So now put it back together, stick it on there, fingers crossed, and that's all done. And then I think that's it, ready for a ride now. I've connected it. Now let me turn it on just to make sure it works. So I don't want to reassemble it and find out it doesn't work. So ignition on. I don't know if it's meant to go all the way up and down. I don't know. It does it on my other bikes, but let's see. Yeah, it's working. Repairs are done. New rectifier, fresh battery, brake sorted. She's looking good. And more importantly, she's finally running right, I think. We'll go for a ride and see. I've spent hours getting this bike roadworthy again. To think it only cost me £440 from a police auction. Now let's see if it's all paid off. Let's go for a ride. Right away it feels so much better. Throttle's more responsive, smoother overall. It just rides like a proper bike now, I think. It's my first time riding an R6 properly. I'm thinking maybe the old rectifier was messing with the spark. If the battery was swelling, maybe it wasn't sending full power to the coils, I don't know. Could have been the front brakes also. If it was binding even slightly, that would kill the speed and feel. Now it rolls properly, so maybe it was this, maybe it was the electrics. And now here we are, the bike is looking beautiful. It rides so good and it's looking so good. Still a couple more issues I gotta fix. When I was doing the wiring for the regulator, the coal, I let it touch the seat by accident. I've got to replace this seat as well because at the auction they put the reg there, and I can't take it off. So that's 2 new seats. The panel that goes here and on the other side, mirrors. This damage here, that crack there, and that there. Sorting out this, so changing this nut for one without the steering dampener. As I was riding, the oil pressure light came on. It's an oil pressure light, not an oil sensor, level sensor. So I need to figure out what's wrong. Hopefully it's just a switch or it's an electrical problem. That's an easy fix and it's nothing mechanical, because I don't want to strip the engine. Wiring is easier for me. And then I think that's everything as far as I remember. But for the panels, I don't know what to do. If fit second-hand originals or get brand new for the whole thing. Second-hand original are not in perfect shape, so I would get this panel, the front end. I would get the middle panel because of that crack. But the back, I can't find it in this colour, so I'll probably just leave it because it's only that little scratch. It's not cracked. That's got a hole in it. Or replace the whole thing for brand new, but then it won't be original. For the under tray, to sort out this problem, I finally found the battery tray. I found it in an auction site in Japan. I bid and I won it for only £20, brand new. So it's a battery tray for the 01, so then I'll be able to sort that panel out, so then it'll be looking good. So next video is sorting out the bodywork, either second-hand panels or brand new from China. I don't know what to do yet. But hit the subscribe button, give it a thumbs up, and then I'll see you on the next one.